Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from a sort of interestinglife.com and you're joining me for another bike ride from the boat into town, and by town I mean Oswestry. I should probably explain that for anybody watching. This is my humble Fixie from Mango Bikes, and what a place we are setting out from. If you were to ask me to describe where this is exactly, I wouldn't really be able to come up with a specific place. It's sort of out in the Chirk or St Martin's region, for anybody interested in Googling. Now, I just thought I'd throw in a little bit of towpath riding to show you just how bumpy and muddy it is, but don't worry, not too much, and I hope you can excuse me for getting off and pushing up this hill, seeing some of these routes that are about, as we finally make our way to the road. And this is going to be a trip that involves a lot of rural lanes, but a random midsection of more main roads. But I've tried to keep loads of shorter clips in this video just to see how that works out and what people think of it. So as we go down the lanes, we shall be meeting the junction to get on the main road from St Martin's to Gabowen. Again, for anybody who's wishing to Google these places. And what I really like about this trip is it's sort of the more relaxed route, where instead of trying to make it into town like if I was going to work or anything specific that needed a nice simple straightforward route, I like to take on more relaxed days these random meandering routes where I'm setting off from the canal and going up an unusual way, which is instantly making it a more difficult trip, adding in that weird route-laden muddy track up the hill there. And then obviously getting down through to Gabowen, and then at this point I'm going to turn off and go completely out of my way. If anybody's seen any of my previous biking videos, then you'll know this is what I call the rural road, and this is an extremely narrow lane in many places, and it's the route that when I have my winter mooring on the boat I tend to go up and down an awful lot. Just thought we'd stop to have a look at the proper main road there, but this is the route that I've done goodness knows how many hundreds of times, maybe even more than that over the years, walking, biking. Sometimes I've done it 2 times a day, 4 days a week for weeks on end. So this is one of my favourite roads, not least because of how lovely and rural and quiet it is. Particularly I like it in the evenings or when it's quite dark, because although it does get bumpy and there are a few potholes here and there that you've got to watch out for, in the dark and at night time, because there's so few cars down here anyway, you can normally, as long as cars have got the headlights on, see the cars coming from a good distance away. So it's almost safer at night time on this road than it is in the day, when you just have to come around the corner and come face to face with a car sometimes. And on these narrow lanes it is very much a case of scarpering up to the side of the bank as quickly as you can, which often has led me to punches, which again, in a previous video down this road, I have fallen foul of. I wanted to show as well, just again, the sort of places that are to either side of this road, because obviously on the GoPro chest mount footage you can only see sort of the hedges either side, but if we hop off the bike and climb up this fence here, you can see that the main road and the roundabouts and stuff that we came on this road to avoid are all just over sort of round those hedges and beyond. But having this as just the plains of Shropshire and then an Iron Age hill fort just in shot there as well. How perfect is that a way to spend your days biking in and out of town to see family or go to work or whatever, even just shopping sometimes. And finally, as we actually get onto the first road of town and head into the houses, I will wrap things up and say thank you very much for watching. Feel free to check out my other videos for loads of boat life stuff and loads of biking and fixies and loads of random ride commentaries like this. Feel free to add me personally on Facebook and Twitter, or like the Facebook page for loads of random updates from life afloat and lovely canal pictures hopefully. And please, if you're so interested, do check out my books available for the Kindle. Find all the links to everything mentioned in the description below. And until the next time, keep it bike worthy and farewell.